the title of it, I called this one 2292 because I didn't want to be too direct about it. And one of the things I love doing is, and many of the artists in this exhibition love tearing the paper, because as you can see, one of the unique things about heritage washi, you can see how fine it is. It's completely translucent. It's incredibly strong because of these long kozo fibers. If you tear Western paper, you don't see any fibers, but these fibers are very long, and so I tear it in a method to really express those fibers. And so I took, and I also like numbers and math, so I calculated the circumference of one of the circles times 365, and that's where the 2,292 comes from. That's the linear inches of fiber edges that there are in the piece. I love, and it's on linen threads, because again, I like to just be very minimal and keep the pieces as light as they can be, so that the character of the washi really shows through. And this particular washi, I just dry crumpled it basically. I just took the whole sheet before I started and crumpled it up, and then flattened it back out to soft, because it's fairly crisp washi of its own, to kind of soften it some more. So this is made from Sekishu Mare and Sekishu Banshi, which are heritage washis. So they're handmade using 100% Japanese kozo in the traditional techniques. So the piece has a presence of its own, that whether or not it's evident that stuff is evident or not, that it's embedded somewhere in there.
I love hearing that, because that's been my philosophical approach to art as well, because it's obviously you're trying to create wonderful art, but it's really about the actual process of making it, and the time you put into that energy, the human touch into it. And you can really see that this is kind of like a meditative state it's in right now.
Slight hanging bits that look similar to this.
So that is the second in a series that I've done that are an homage to the year. So it's this is for 2021. So there's 365 pieces to it, and it's kind of how do I put it? Each day. Through the pandemic, the days kind of blended together, and people were saying like, oh, I can't tell one day from another, but each day is unique, and each day has deserves to be respected and sort of held in your hand for a moment. And so making each piece individually, even though they're the same, they're not. Like everyone is completely different in terms of how round it is and the fibers and all that. So this kind of work is a bit of a toil, right? You're making the same thing, but I really, as I'm making it, I'm thinking of the year, and of course I don't remember the particular day, but I'm trying to respect that day. So it's a way of me expressing my respect for this, because the making of heritage washi is such the people who make it, it's a complete dedication of their time. It's a lot of work, it's repetitive. And they do it usually in quiet little villages, and and so it's my way of,